Okay, continuing on a series of why your IVF is failing. It doesn't matter what has happened or what the doctor medically said cannot be cured or they cannot resolve. I always encourage women when you have what we call miscarriages or there is a problem, be very careful of evacuation, be very careful of invasive procedures because in the process of invasive procedures, like trying to run some tests like HCG test to know if your hormones are okay. Most people in the hospital, most doctors have carelessly punctured some organs. That's why you see at the end of the day, they tell you that one tube is blocked. There was a puncture, there was an adhesion, there was a scar that caused that adhesion. So before you accept any procedure, make sure that you have gone through all alternatives. That's why till tomorrow, as a nurse, I will always preach about alternative medicine. Remember that one of the issues that we have in our body today is majorly from the things that we eat. That's why when you have disease conditions, one of the things that doctors will tell you to do is to change lifestyle. Most disease conditions are as a result of poor lifestyle changes, so like lifestyle choices that we make. And most times, the cause of hormonal issues are also food, drugs that are taken, vaccines. Yes, so many of us don't even know that vaccines can trigger a lot of abnormalities in your body and that can end up causing hormonal changes, end up causing fibroid, end up causing a lot of issues that may make you to be unable to be pregnant. Okay, so now there are people who can be infertile with as little as sexually transmitted infections like staphylococcus, like candida, in the highest rate of it. There are people who we have used Gentrix Spices nutraceutical to treat for infections, and after the treatment of the infections, they got pregnant. There are several men that cannot pregnant their wives and yet they don't know. Yes, you're producing sperm, but that sperm that you're producing, are you aware if the sperm has the motility of that sperm is fast, is high, that the sperm can swim? Do you know if the sperm have a lot of life in it? Because sometimes I've seen results of men when they give me their sperm analysis, about 90 or 70% of the sperm they produce is dead. So some of them are sluggish. So before the sperms swim to the ova for fertilization, the ovulation day is already past gone. So you keep releasing and releasing, and at the end of the day, the sperm are unable to swim for fertilization to happen. So whichever way it is important that you learn to find natural means of correcting conditions. We have had over 1,000 pregnancies and over 200 deliveries in the 2 years of this production and using this product to manage people who have gone through a lot of infertility issues, from hormonal imbalance, endometriosis, ovarian cyst, uterine adhesions. We've had issues of uterine fibroid as big as they are, and these people deliver it. Remember that fibroid cannot be cured through surgery. No, there is no cure through surgery, but there are cure for fibroid through natural means. Yes, there are natural means you can use to cure fibroid. Fibroid is produced by cells that have mutated as a result of either drugs, food, or drinks, lifestyle, or even weight, okay? Or things that we are exposed to. And if you can get a product like this that can boost your immune system, enhance your cells, rejuvenate and revitalize your cells, it becomes easy for you to be able to deal with such conditions. And that's why when people come to approach us in our company with infertility issues, one of the things we recommend for them to do is to bring their scan results. We recommend that they do pelvic scan so that we can know if there is a cyst, if there is fibroid, if there is uterine issues or adhesion, endometriosis, or any kind of issue at all. And then we also advise women to do what we call high vaginal swab so that we can know if there is an infection. Yes, there are infections that are very stubborn to treat. Some people have treated staphylococcus for almost 3-4 years and it just don't go. Different kinds of infections, herpes disease conditions, and different of it. We have also had men who have poor ejaculations that didn't even know that they had prostate issues. So when men that are having issues with pregnanting their wives come to us, we ask them to give us their sperm analysis results and also their PSA. Their PSA, which is prostate specific antigen test, will help us to know if there is an issue in the prostate. And when the prostate is fixed, you will find out that this man will be able to produce a healthy sperm that can fertilize the egg of the wife. Okay, now prostate is responsible for the production, for the nourishment, and for the movement of sperm cells. So if there is an issue with the prostate of a man, of course, these things will have issue. Sometimes you begin to treat the symptoms and not treat the causes. When a man comes to me as a nurse and also the health consultant of Jane Chuks Smith Spices, and then he said he's having poor ejaculation or, inability to even ejaculate at all, or his penis is not even rising, let me use the layman term. One of the things I ask them to do is to do a PSA for me and a sperm analysis. Most times, I always find out there is a trace of prostate issues, either prostatitis or infection in the prostate, or there is malnourishment, or one thing or the other. And by the time we place them on Jane Chuks Smith Spices multipurpose, after 2, sometimes even 1 month, we get the good news of their wives being pregnant. Today, there's a review, an ambassador of our product. He just shared it in the group this morning. He said he started using Jane Chuks Smith Spices because his wife had hormonal imbalance and could not give birth, conceive. So when he got a hold of our product called Jane Chuks Smith Spices, this is it. This is it this morning. I'm sharing it. He said, okay, they welcomed the baby girl this morning. If you can see that, he said the baby girl is sparkling, courtesy of JCM. I'll send the pics to mommy also, because it's when she was having hormonal imbalance, and after taking JCMST, she became pregnant. With that joy, I decided to join the great ambassador. So he is not just our client, he's also an ambassador. It means that he sells Jane Chuks Smith Spices to others. He said this tea is really magical. God is using it to heal and wipe away tears from his people's eyes. Thanks for being there. It's amazing. Several couples are now carrying their bundle of joy courtesy of Jane Chuks Smith Spices. And over the weeks, in fact, every week we receive testimonies. Every week we receive reviews from our clients who have used Jane Chuks. This baby was born to us on Sunday. Yes, last is a male child, and he was few years old. This video was taken when the baby was just 5 minutes out of the theater. Okay, so the wife also suffered fibroid and suffered a lot of conditions before she treated the condition with she treated herself with Jane Chuks Smith Spices, and after that she got pregnant. This is a picture of one of our clients who had fibroid about 170 cm or something, and after a few weeks of using Jane Chuks Smith Spices, she began to deliver it. So if you have these are particles, these are it. So if you have conditions like that, it's better for you to treat the cause of this condition before you go ahead to go for IVF. And you don't even need IVF by the time you use the Jane Chuks Smith Spices product and you go through our treatment. Trust me, you're going to carry your baby. This is a JCMS baby also. We have a lot of, in fact, every week, when the Bible said a child is born to us, every week, there's always the gift of a child every week. There's always the gift of a child every week. We receive good news of new babies being born. And most of them are ambassadors. These are people who are already distributors and also ambassadors of Jane Chuks Smith Spices. If you notice in our group, there are our people are telling them congratulations because he is one of our distributors. So it's amazing. We have been able to do this for over 1,000 clients, and over 500 of them have shared their baby's testimony for the past 2 years that this product has been in the market. What are you waiting for? Join us today and give it a trial. Believe me, in the next 3 to 6 months, you will be testifying. Thank you.